Hello and welcome to another edition of WTWO's Beyond the Stands. Of course, this is always available on mywabashvalley.com, but as I've told you in some of our previous podcasts, we are extending this out to other avenues, trying to give all the fans out there a way to listen to a Beyond the Stands podcast. You can now catch it on Spotify, CastBox, Pocket Cast, and iHeart Radio. Now, I'm lucky to be joined by one of the top high school girls basketball players in the Wabash Valley. I'm talking about South Knox senior Ella Bobe, who is signed to play Division I basketball at the University of Southern Indiana. Ella, good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thrilled to have you. A lot of exciting things going on with you right now. I got to start Saturday. I mean, you played 4 years of varsity basketball at South Knox. You win your first sectional championship in your high school career, the first at South Knox since 2019. What did it feel like to win a sectional championship and cut down the net?
It felt amazing to know that, knowing that all of our hard work paid off. Since last season, the whole team has been working hard, and we just wanted it so bad. So seeing our success was good.
Now, I was lucky during my playing days at Brownsburg High School to be able to cut down a net. It's a special feeling. What was it like to climb that ladder and cut down that net?
It was truly unreal, especially with the support system that was there. There were some people from the community and then our school too. So it was just amazing to do that with all my best friends. So.
I do have to give credit. You guys took on North Knox in the championship game, a battle of two teams ranked in the top 10 in the state in 2A, about 3,000, maybe a little over 3,000. I mean, that is awesome. You and I have talked about it before, the Caitlin Clark effect and the growing of girls' sports. What is that like to play in front of that crowd?
It's super fun just knowing how many people are there to support us. And just the growth in women's basketball, especially with the younger girls that go. We love seeing them there and just kind of inspiring the next generation.
I got to ask you, not to bring up bad memories, but you were the favorites last year to win the sectional, and you weren't able to get that done. You were the favorite going in again this year. Did you feel the pressure from that going into sectionals?
I don't know if I would call it pressure, but we definitely remember last season. We remember how it felt. And every single practice, we worked so hard to be able to do better this year. So maybe not pressure, but we knew what we wanted to do this season.
Now, one thing I love about you, you're a great player, and you get a lot of attention, but you got a lot of good players around you, and you right away give those players around you credit. Just talk about, everybody knows Bobe and how good she is, and you are, but how good is the talent around you?
This season has just been tremendous. Brent Hill has stepped up for us tremendously. She was a great player the first 2 years, but this year she's really gotten more confident in scoring. And also she rebounds for it, she's playing amazing defense. But also Kendall Hill, she's handling the ball well and scoring. You have Grace Weiler who can knock down a shot, help us spread the floor. And you have Coombs, which also she can hit a shot. And Madison, who maybe doesn't get the most credit, but she does so much work that you don't see, and so she's super valuable to our team. Basically, we're pretty deep this year too because I trust all of the people.
I love it. It sounds like that coach that you maybe want to be someday. So, I guess going into the regionals, you play at Charlestown, which you practice at today. How was it to get a little practice in at the gym you'll be playing at Saturday?
It felt really good. The gym's super nice, so we were super thankful to be there. But also, it was good to get in that environment and lock in and just get ready for Lanesville because they're a good team and we'll have to be ready.
You speak of that, number 1 South Knox taking on number 9 Lanesville in a 2A regional championship at 4 p.m. on Saturday. Lanesville defending 1A state champs, so they get bumped up to play 2A. Just talk about that matchup and just how tough it's going to be.
Yeah, this week we've definitely been taking it serious. Watched a lot of film, but I think our game plan, as long as we can stick together, I like what our game plan is. But yeah, they're a good team, so we'll have to definitely listen to coach and just play together, play hard. So.
I want to thank our sponsors of the show. That's Crow Equipment Incorporated and Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning, your 2018 American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning Building a Higher Standard Award winner. For quality and reliability you can depend on, call Andrews Heating and Air Conditioning, 765-832-94 0-1. This is crazy. As many times as South Knox has been at regionals for girls, you've never won a regional championship. How bad do you guys want to be that first team to win a regional championship?
Definitely really bad. We've been talking about it, how we want to make history this year. And so I think that everyone's been working really hard, and we've been really locked into our scout and what coach is telling us, because we trust her and she's going to put us in the right place to win.
You want to make history. I mean, you've done that a little bit with this team. Sectional champ for the first time since 2019. 24 wins, single season record for the program. Also, blue chip conference title for the first time since 1988. What are those of that I just said mean the most to you?
I would say, I guess, the blue chip, I guess. But the most important thing this season is how we try to get better each year. And we try to get better handling pressure and then coming out ready to play. But also, blue chip was cool because we hadn't won it so long, and Coach Eves hadn't won a blue chip. So for her to get that first one with us was super special.
What's it like? I've been on to cover her a long time. Coach Holly Eves does an amazing job at South Knox. I remember a year ago she just had a baby and was coaching in sectionals. Her team means so much to her program. How much respect she gets on you guys, and I love that. She pushes you guys. How much respect and how much do you love playing for her?
I love playing with her. She's the best coach I've ever had. She believes in us, and yes, she is hard on us, but that's because she wants the best for us, and she's going to get the most out of us. And so we accredit a lot of our wins and our success to her, because she's going to be the team we are without her as a coach.
I love it. Love your honesty. I know you want to be pushed. Obviously, I mentioned earlier going on to play at the Division I level. You've had a special season. I know you don't like to talk about individual, but we got to talk about individual a little bit. You're the first D1 signing there since 1988. You had something pretty cool that recently happened. That's why I wanted you on the podcast. You scored your 1,556 career point. You've since gone past 1,600, but this was a couple weeks ago. You broke a 62-year-old record, passing 1963 Monroe Central star Gene Powell for the most points by any player pre-South Knox or during the South Knox career. I mean, that's an old record you broke. To hear that, you're never about the individual stats, but you broke so many records. To break that record, did it mean something to you?
It definitely meant so much to me, knowing that hard work has paid off, but also just it accredits my support system that I have. You know, my teammates, my coaches, my family, and God. I wouldn't be here without any of them. And so it's kind of like a record breaking for all of us. So it was super fun. And also, Gene was a great player. I've heard a lot about him, and so I'm kind of honored to be in the same conversation with him too.
I know you never care about the individual stats because you're about the team, but I know one thing you do care about is influencing especially younger girls. When younger girls come to South Knox in the future, it's going to say Ella Bobe this, Ella Bobe that. Is it kind of cool that they're going to be like, I want to break all her records? Does that mean something to you?
I hope they break all my records, but it's cool. I just hope to inspire them in a positive way, just to get more girls to want to play basketball, because you see the community support you get, and I just want to have them have that too, because it's such a special program here, and especially for Coach Eve. She does an amazing job, and playing for her is it's fun every day. So.
Love it. Love your honesty. Now I got to ask your background. You come from a basketball family, your brothers and everything. Growing up like that, has that made you a better player? I mean, you want to play with your brothers? You want to fit in? How much did that push you to be maybe the player you are today?
Absolutely, it pushed me. First, my dad taught me how to shoot, so I got to give some credit to him. But growing up with two brothers, they constantly pushed me to be better, and I remember playing one-on-one with them, and they would always beat me. But I would get better, and they're two of my biggest supporters still to this day. They'll call me after every game, and so it's super special to have this with them, and to just know that they're always going to be in my corner.
Did they ever not let you on the court and make you earn it?
Oh yeah, I sat and watched a couple times, and I got beat like 21-0 a lot, but it just builds character.
Now, yeah, one brother played Division I at Evansville. You said, they used to beat you so bad. Can you take them both now?
They're a little bit stronger than me, so no. But it definitely, being engaged play at that high level honestly inspired me to work harder, because I know I need to do the same. And also, he just helped me so much since he's played the game for so long. And my older brother, Ian, still works out with me now. So
I love it. And I did a story on you a couple months ago. You were coaching first and second grade girls basketball. How'd that go this season?
it was super fun. I love being with the younger girls, but seeing their growth was so special. And they always want to come to practice. And so seeing that, it's just kind of uplifting. And now I see them in our games, so it's even better now.
How much respect do you have for your coaches now?
Oh, so much respect. Coaching, whew, that is harder than I thought. I came up with one play, and that was enough for me. So, yeah.
Love it. Now, before I let you go, okay, so you're moving on to regionals here. It's one game at a time. I know that's the way you're going to approach it. But the perfect ending to South Knox's season is what?
The perfect ending was just to keep winning, survive, and advance. But we're just focused, like you said, on one game at a time, trying to keep getting better. And yeah, it's go time. Hopefully, we just keep winning. But
Got to put you on the spot. I appreciate the next game, that kind of thing. But be honest with me, how many times have you dreamed of cutting those nets down in Indy at the home of the Fever?
I think everybody dreams of that, but I definitely have. And I just think that our hard work can take us a long way, and I hope it does. So.
Ella, I appreciate you joining me. Best of luck as you take on Lanesville on Saturday in the 2A regional at Charlestown. Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, too. It was an honor.
You're a class act. Always enjoy talking to you. So that does it for Beyond the Stands. Remember, you can always watch it online at mywabashvalley.com, or it's on Spotify, Catbox, Pocket Cast, and iHeartRadio now. That does it for Beyond the Stands.